Welcome to Sciencera. In this video, we're going to discuss multiple choice questions from chapter number 2, Basic Chemistry, from Human Anatomy and Physiology. So, question number 1 is, together, just four elements make up more than 95% of the body's mass. These include A. Calcium, magnesium, iron, and carbon. B. Oxygen, calcium, iron, and nitrogen. C. Sodium, chlorine, carbon, and hydrogen. Or D. Oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. So, four elements that makes up the body mass are oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Number D. Question number 2. The smallest unit of an element that still retains the distinctive behavior of that element is an electron, atom, elemental particle, or isotope. It is an atom. Number B. Question number 3. The characteristic that gives an element its distinctive properties is its number of protons, neutrons, electrons, or atom. It is the number of protons. So, answer number A. Question 4. On the periodic table of the elements, mercury has an atomic number of 80 and a mass number of 200.59. It has seven stable isotopes. The most abundant of these probably have A. About 80 neutrons each, B. Fewer than 80 neutrons each, C. More than 80 neutrons each, or more electrons than neutrons. So answer is C. More than 80 neutrons each. Question 5. Nitrogen has an atomic number of 7. How many electron shells does it likely have? 1, 2, 3, or 4? The answer is 2. Question 6. Which of the following is a molecule but not a compound? Is it A, H2O? Is it B, 2H? Is it C, H2? Or D, H plus? The answer is C, H2 is a molecule but not a compound. Question 7. A molecule of ammonia contains one atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen. These are linked with ionic bonds, non-polar covalent bonds, polar covalent bonds, or hydrogen bonds. The answer is C. Polar covalent bonds. Number 8. When an atom donates an electron to another atom, it becomes an ion, an anion, non-polar, or all of the above? The answer is A. Atom donates an electron to another atom to become an ion. Number 9. A substance formed of crystals of equal number of cations and anions held together by ionic bond is called a noble gas, salt, electrolyte, or a dipole. The answer is B. Salt. Number 10. Which of the following statement about chemical bond is true? Covalent bonds are stronger than ionic bond. Hydrogen bonds occur between two atoms of hydrogen. Bonding readily occurs between nonpolar or polar molecules. A molecule of water is unlikely to bond with an ion. The answer is A. Covalent bonds are stronger than ionic bonds. Number 11. Which of the following statement about chemical bond is true? Covalent bonds, okay, we already did that. Number 12. The energy stored in a foot of snow on a steep roof is potential energy, kinetic energy, radiant energy, or activation energy. Answer is A. Potential energy. Number 13. Bonding of calcium, phosphorus, and other elements produce mineral crystals that are found in bone. This is an example of dash reaction: catabolic, synthesis, decomposition, or exchange reaction. The answer is B. It is an example of synthesis reaction. Number 14. AB will give you A plus B is a general notation for a reaction: A anabolic, endogenic, decomposition, or exchange. The answer is decomposition reaction. 15. What reaction releases energy? Catabolic, exergonic, decomposition, or all of the three: catabolic, exergonic, and decomposition. The answer is D. All of these three reaction releases energy. Number 16. Which of the following combination of atom is most likely to result in a chemical reaction? Hydrogen and hydrogen, hydrogen and helium, helium and helium, or neon and helium? The answer is hydrogen and hydrogen. Question 17. Chewing a bite of bread mixes it with saliva and facilitates its chemical breakdown. This is most likely due to the fact that A. The inside of the mouth maintain a very high temperature. B. Chewing stores potential energy. C. Chewing facilitates synthesis reaction. Or D. Saliva contains enzyme. Answer is D. Saliva contains enzymes. Number 18. CH4 is methane. This compound is inorganic, organic, reactive, or a crystal. It is an organic compound. 19. Which of the following is most likely to be found evenly distributed in water in homogeneous solution? Is it sodium ion and chloride ion, NaCl molecules, salt crystals, or red blood cells? The answer is A. Sodium ion and chloride ions. Number 20. Jenny mixes up a batch of pancake batter, then stirs it in some chocolate chips. As she is waiting for first few pancakes to cook, she noticed that chocolate chip sinks to the bottom of the clear glass mixing bowl. The chocolate chip batter is an example of A. Solvent, B. Solute, C. Solution, or D. Suspension. It is an example of D. Suspension. Number 21. A substance dissociate into potassium ion and chlorine ion in solution. The substance is an A. Acid, B. Base, C. Salt, or D. Buffer. The answer is C. Salt. Number 22. Ty is 3 years old and as a result of a stomach bug has been vomiting for about 24 hours. His blood pH is 7.48. What does this mean? Thai blood is slightly acidic. Thai's blood is slightly alkaline. Thai's blood is highly acidic, or Thai's blood is within the normal range. The answer is B. Thai's blood is slightly alkaline. Number 23. C6H12O6 is the chemical formula for A. A. Polymer of carbohydrate. B. Pentose monosaccharide. C. Hexose monosaccharide, or D. All of the above. The answer is C. Hexose monosaccharide. 24. What organic compound do brain cells primarily rely on for the fuel? Glucose, glycogen, galactose, or glycerol? The answer is A. Glucose. 25. Which of the following is a functional group that is part of a building block of protein? Is it phosphate, adenine, amino, or ribose? The answer is C. Amino. 26. A pentose sugar is a part of a monomer used to build which type of macromolecules? Polysaccharides, nucleic acid, phosphorylated glucose, or glycogen? The answer is nucleic acids. A phospholipid A has both polar and nonpolar region, is made up of triglyceride bonded to a phosphate group, is a building block of ATP, or D can donate both cations and anions in solution. The answer is A. A phospholipid has both polar and nonpolar regions. 28. In DNA, nucleotide bonding forms a compound with a characteristic shape known as A. Beta chain, B. Pleated sheet, C. Alpha helix, or D. Double helix. The answer is double helix. Number 29. Uracil A contain nitrogen, B is a pyrimidine, C is found in RNA, or D all of the above. The answer is D all of the above. Number 30. The ability of an enzyme's active site to bind only substrate of compatible shape and charge is known as A. Selectivity, B. Specificity, C. Subjectivity, or D. Speciality. The answer is C. Subjectivity. 31. Which of the following is or are true concerning the atomic nucleus? A. It contains the mass of the atom. B. The negatively charged subatomic particles are here. C. Subatomic particles can be ejected. D. It contains subatomic particles that determine atomic number. Or E. It contains subatomic particles that interact with other atoms. Answer is A, C, and D. Number 32. Pick out the correct matches of the elements and number of the valence electrons. Draw a planetary model of each atom to help you choose the best answer. So I will not be drawing the models for you, but I can only tell you the answer here. The answer is A, C, and E. Oxygen 6 valence electron, phosphorus 5 valence electron, and carbon 4 valence electron. Number 33. Important function of water include which of the following? A. Provide cushioning. B. Act as a transport medium. C. Participate in chemical reaction. D. Act as a solvent for sugar, salt, and other solutes. Or E. Reduces temperature fluctuation. The answer is all of the above. Number 34. Alkaline substance include which of the following? A. Gastric juice. B. Water. C. Blood. D. Lemon juice, or E. Ammonia. The answer is C and E. Blood and ammonia. Number 35. Glucose is to starch as A. Steroid is to lipid. B. Nucleotide is to nucleic acid. C. An amino acid is to protein. Or D. A polypeptide is to an amino acid. The answer is B and C. A nucleotide is to nucleic acid and an amino acid is to protein. Number 36. What lipid type is stored in fat deposits beneath the skin? A. Triglyceride, B. Steroids, C. Vitamin D, D. Phospholipids, E. Prostaglandins. The answer is A. Triglycerides. Number 37. Absence of which of the following nitrogen-containing bases would prevent RNA synthesis? Adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, or uracil? The answer is all of the above. Number 38. ATP is not associated with A. Basic nucleotide structure, B. High energy phosphate bond, C. Deoxyribose, D. Inorganic phosphate, irreversible reaction? The answer is C, deoxyribose. Number 39. The element essential for normal thyroid function is A. Iodine, B. Iron, C. Copper, D. Selenium, E. Zinc. The answer is A. Iodine. Number 40. Factors that increases the speed of chemical reaction include A. Increasing the temperature, B. Increasing the particle size, C. Increasing the concentration of reactants, or D. Catalyst. The answer is A, C, and D. Increasing the temperature, increasing the concentration of reactant, and catalyst will increase the speed of chemical reaction. This brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe for more.